Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are. We have a nice new day on Akua. In the last part we consolidated our base here and things are looking pretty good, and it's got now defensible. We got one of the local natives over there ready to give us some trouble. Now before I get started, guys, I'd like to thank you very much for all your comments, and I very much appreciate it, because there's no way I claim to be an expert on this game. One, that keeps changing so much, and two, I think you've got to keep kind of playing over different planets and restarting, trying things, and there's so much depth to this game. There's always something new to learn, and on that basis, guy, I'd like to thank John VZ800 for telling me about something that I should already know, but I keep forgetting about it. And this is the registry. If I can find it, there we are. And what you need to do is to be able to disassemble or retrieve objects, you need to set this to private. And what actually happens is when you set things to private, you can actually then start to see what you've actually got on your base. And then of course there's another thing you also need to do. If you go to control panel, if you switch on home spawn here, it means when you die, it means you can return to this area here. Now in this part I want to go over and explore the mining settlement, because I want to talk about the other way that you can start a campaign. But on the way over, first thing I want to do is actually come in here. I don't know why I'm actually doing this. I could use the control panel, and this stuff is actually still building up. Okay, I think I'm just going to cancel that for the moment. I'm going to pause, stop, turn that off. Now to cancel anything in construction, you've actually got to turn the constructor off. And we're just going to drop that down to 5, turn that on and let that build, because what I actually want to do is actually, oh, I don't think I've actually unlocked the oxygen generator, so let's come down here. I think it's in, is it miscellaneous? Yeah, there it is there. I want to unlock that. The reason I want to unlock this is that I know some of you guys think, well, why do you actually need an oxygen generator, considering Akua has an oxygen atmosphere? Well, the reason you want to create an oxygen generator and a water generator is, well, first, the oxygen generator, eventually you may want to go out into space if you want to, and of course if you're going to go out into space, you're going to need an oxygen supply in your capital ship or small vessel, whatever one you want to use. So that's one element that you need to experiment with and kind of work on. And of course the other one is the water is, if I come in here and show you in the food processor, if you look at a lot of the recipes here, is that if you come down to some of the more advanced recipes like canned meat, you need purified water. A lot of the medication actually needs purified water as well, including the small med kits. So purified water is useful. It's also, purified water is useful from the point of view of cooling you down. You can see there, so if you drink purified water, it reduces your body temperature if you start getting hot. Not really a big issue on Akua, but if you're on Omicron or somewhere like that, it also is effective against a bad trip. I'm not exactly too sure what a bad trip in this game actually represents, to be honest. Can't actually recall ever having one. What I'm just going to do is empty this out a little bit as well, guys. These are, I think these are large fuel packs, and I'll just put that in there as well, because I don't want to be carrying too much around with me. I mean, we could have some fun with our friend over there if I can reach him. Because one of the quick ways to, I don't know if we can get him in this range. We may have to. Here he comes. Just gonna. Of course, this gun isn't particularly that powerful, but what you need to do, the best way to kill things is actually to shoot them in the head, like that. Hello. I didn't see how much experience here. Oh well, he only gave me 2. Quite often you can get sprouts and stuff from those. Oops, I haven't got my jetpack on because I've just loaded the game. It's one of the annoying features of the game that you, and of course what you can do is actually use the spoiled food. I think it's in here. Where is it? Oh, come on. here it is. You can use spoiled food for biofuel. Right, we've now got this, and I think we can just. There's steel blocks, okay. I'm just shove the steel blocks in here because I'm going to need the space where we're going to be going in a minute, guys. So now the other thing I'm going to talk about just before we go, guys, is if I press I can't remember the key. It's F4. No, it's not. If you go to the PDA, you will see there's various missions here, and you actually get rewards for this. So what you can see here is if we complete this mission, we get 10 gold coins, 1 projectile pistol T2, and 100 rounds of ammunition. So if you activate that, and you get it here, and it's basically, it says kill alien insect, kill slime, clear triceratops. I can't never wanted that. I want to say tray, and it's actually, I think it's triceratops. That's it, yeah. A mule, a raptor, and a spider. So if you actually kill some of those creatures, you're going to be okay. And I think what I need to do first is just, I think we can fill that up. Just make sure we've got plenty of fuel. And of course we're just going to power on. Now I'm going to give you guys a warning. I'm not particularly very good at flying the hover vehicles. It's not one of my favourite vehicles. I actually prefer, for planetary exploration, I actually prefer small vehicles. Also, I'm not very good shot either, so what we're going to do is we're just going to fly close to the water here. I'm just going to get really close, stabilise. Yeah, as I say, I'm not the greatest fan of hovercrafts, but when you're first starting out a game, there, we should be able to drop that in. And of course, these have to be deployed in the water. I think we a bit leery. Maybe if I get a bit close, I don't really want to be on the ground. And the other thing also, guys, is, and I've had lots of comments from, especially in my Omicron series, about the fact that I always play first person, and that's still, maybe if I can just, okay, we're just gonna have to do it quick this way. Hope that creature doesn't. Now what you want to do, I'm just going to do this very, very quickly. The first one you put in always seems to disappear, but don't worry about it, guys, it's there. And I'm just going to drop this in very, very quickly, and then I'll explain once I actually get back out and get back into the hovercraft, so that monster over there doesn't actually affect us. Yeah, you don't want to go overboard with the water and oxygen on Aku. Now, obviously the water will be useful, but you don't actually consume it that much, I think. Okay, and what we're going to do now, so yeah, so you don't really need to get too carried away with it, guys. And what we're going to do is see if we can kill some stuff here. Now, hovercrafts will rise to a maximum height of 3 meters. They can be very prone to the surface contours, which is another reason why I'm not the world's greatest fan of hovercrafts. There's some raptors there. I think we can open our score with this. Just load the guns. You can see here, I just don't get a feel for hovercrafts, I'll be honest, guys. Okay. And that gives us our first kill. Of course, we're going to go in and actually grab the meat. And of course, what you want to do now, guys, is we're in hostile territory. You can hear the raptors underneath us, and what you want to do is make sure you do not knock yourself off of the top of the hovercraft when you're actually doing this, guys, because two things can happen. If you do knock yourself off, you can see you can hear the raptor underneath being very, very upset about the fact that he probably can't get me. So if I knock myself off, he's gonna actually kill me. Just to show you guys, there he is. Look, see, haha. Hello, Mr. Raptor, you can't get me. And hopefully we can get this one as well. Yeah, so there's that issue, and the other one is also height, in the sense that if you actually fall from height, you will obviously injure yourself. And of course there's another hazard which people may not realise, but if we get these insects are actually quite. Oh, cannot shoot weapon underwater. I didn't know. Oh, first time that has actually happened. Okay. And the other one also, guys, is the fact that if you fall out of your ship at too great a height, you may not be able to get back in it. And I've actually done that, and I actually fell off the, well, I actually walked off the back of the ship. It was my own fault, and I actually, how can you say, I actually had to walk halfway across the planet, and it was quite an exciting thing. I think this will as well, if that will get it there. And I think, yeah, I had to walk halfway across the planet, and it was fairly exciting because it was Omicron. Luckily, I was able to survive the interesting journey that it gave me, and then I had to effectively use my second ship to go to get to the first one so I could get on it. It got very, very complicated, guys. There's your milk. Right, so what I'm going to do to actually recover the ship, I mean, if any of you guys know a more effective way to recover a ship when you actually do that. Right, guys, what I've done is I've accumulated quite a lot of meat. Now, what you can do, if you don't like the view, you can use the page up, page down to do it. And if you press Alt, you can actually zoom out like this to give yourself a better angle. But be aware that steering the ship with the Alt key enabled can be a little bit tricky. But what you can do actually, guys, is you can actually steer the ship with the cursor keys as well. So it's all a matter of preference of what you actually want to do. I mean, I find that when I'm travelling long distances and I'm not position flying, just freebasing with the Alt key off can be quite useful. But it can be a little bit exciting. And as I say, I'm not the greatest fan of the hovercrafts, but we will be using it in the short term because obviously when you first start a campaign, well, especially when you're new, get back into first person, just gonna skip out. Yeah, when you first start a game and you're just starting from the ground up and you're new, obviously the hovercraft is the first vehicle that you're going to build. You will also see guys who use blueprints and that give them a foot up, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not criticising them. But guys, okay, let's get up. Let's get back to the main mission. I'm just gonna get some height. Yeah, so you can actually make blueprints when you use it. Now, the interesting thing about blueprints, which I didn't actually mention last time, is that blueprints effectively circumnavigate the tech tree. So if I show you here the blueprint, now I built this ship here, and it's actually, and because it's a hovercraft, it actually includes tech, which is, if I click on the hovercraft vehicle here, you can see I haven't actually got unlocked. I haven't got a fuel tank unlocked. I haven't got the thrusters unlocked or the RCS. I've got nothing unlocked. So by actually building the hovercraft from the blueprint, I've actually circumnavigated the tech tree. But, and it's a very big but, guys, be aware that if you take damage and you suddenly need to make a thruster or something like that, you will have a slight problem because you will not have the necessary tech unlocked to do it. So please bear in mind. I'll get back into third person, give myself a little bit of height, and we're just going to fly over the surface here, and we're going to visit the mining station because this is going to be the real focus of this part. Is that in the first two parts I've effectively taken over the point of interest that's effectively gifted to you by the game. Another option is if you're lucky enough to be able to be near something like this, which is a neutral POI, what you can do is actually effectively move in and settle down inside of a base like this, and you can see some of them have got hangars. It depends on which one you take over, whether it's, I mean, effectively any friendly one can actually work. They can be a very good source of resources, as you can see here. So we can come out here. Now obviously walking around outside, life can be a bit dodgy, so you've got to be a bit careful, because creatures will come up onto the ramp and get you. And I'm just gonna grab this. Now what I will say, guys, is starting this way isn't as good as, oops, it's starting to rain, okay, isn't as good as it used to be, because I've got a feeling, night vision goggles, wow, we're certainly going to have to take those. Yeah, I've got a feeling that they've actually nerfed the loot that you actually now get from these bases. Yeah, just to show you guys, we've got night vision goggles. I certainly want those down in here. Night vision goggles are incredibly useful. Now, one tip I will say, guys, if you're moving into one of these bases, and the reason why is if I kind of come through here, I know I'm kind of digressing a little bit, is if you come up here, this mining base actually has 2 large constructors on it. So you come in here, and which you can actually use. And other bases have fridges. Some of them, I think, some of them, like research centres, actually have advanced. Oh, look at that! We got some medium armour. This is the reason why you want to come to places like this. You can get some very nice loot to gather stuff up. Now you've got to remember the loot is totally random. Oh, we got 2 medium armour. I forgot, was that a light medium armour? Got 2 medium armours. I mean, but if you guys are playing on the same map, out of curiosity, with the Iron Man competition, you will find that you will probably get totally different loot. And what I recommend, guys, is that rather than lug a lot of this stuff around, put some stuff in. I'm going to take 1 medium armour back to base with me, but things like these booster packs, what you want to do is actually choose a cargo box and then store stuff in it. Did I actually do these cargo boxes? Okay, I didn't do them. Okay. Oh well, bit of a fail there, guys. Never mind. Maybe I'm just talking too much. Actually, did I do these then? I must have done these. No. Another medium armour. Okay. Okay, let's just come around here. We've got a multi-tool and a chainsaw. Looks like, oh, that's one of the base guys. Okay. Nope, don't want that. This is the one I want to do. Yeah, so what you want to do is just drop stuff into here that you don't want. We don't want the chainsaw. Probably don't need the shot. I think maybe I'll probably be making a shotgun, so I'll keep the shotgun ammunition. So yeah, so these bases can be very good sorts of high quality loot, and that's the reason why even if you don't want to kind of host inside of the base, it can actually one thing you do get lots of is multi-tools, guys. So I'm just gonna grab this. As I say, these are totally random, but you can see here you by moving into one of these bases immediately rather than taking over the starter point of interest or trying to build a base, you can get a nice source of resources from this. And again, if you want to start building a base from scratch, if you do find one of these neutral POIs near you when you start, it is very useful. But what I will say, guys, and this is very important, is that when you approach any POI when you're just starting out and you're not very strong, always approach with caution. Wow, we're going to sell some of these medium armors. I don't need all that. There's all this lot. Yeah, you always approach with caution, guys, because even neutral POIs can sometimes have drones hanging around or have various hostile elements which can make life very difficult for you. I think we're just going to put that in there. Same with the chainsaw, and of course we're going to get loads and loads of multi-tools. And what we'll probably be doing is going up into a base and actually selling some of this. And I think what I'm going to do, guys, is so that I don't have to keep coming back, we're just going to come in here and we're going to put some of this stuff into in the cargo box so that we don't actually, I mean, we'll probably get some duplicates anyway. some ammunition there. I should have put that in the ship, but never mind. My food's getting a bit low. Hello, matey. Better eat something. Actually, we could probably eat 2. I mean, I've got plenty of food now, thanks to doing that little bit of hunting. And again, out here, be a bit careful, guys, because you can get bounced by creatures coming up the ramp here. So, certainly, what's that? Sathium oil, or Sathium's an advanced ore which you're going to need to build some of the more advanced small vessels, and of course a capital vessel. So we'll just keep grabbing this. Need to be a little bit careful. Okay. And the other thing with this mining base is if you come here and then go up here, there's like a, I wouldn't call it a fridge, I'd say it's more of a vending machine. And we got some wheat. Okay, well, we can't eat that. I was hoping to get some food, but never mind. I think we've still got emergency rations on us, haven't we? Yeah. So we'll be okay. And we're just going to come over here. Ah, sniper rifle T2. Wow. We may have to. Well, there's no point me putting it on there at the moment because I've actually got no ammunition for it, and I would have to. I don't know if I can actually unlock the sniper rifle weapons. Where is it? We would have to. Where's the sniper rifle? There it is. There. We could. Well, we got plenty of things. We can unlock that. We can unlock T2 as well. How much is that going to take me? 7 points. Okay. We're going to be really racking up the experience in the next part, guys. Hint of where we're going to go next. Now, in here, you've actually got the furnace. Now, when you're near furnaces, guys, be very, very careful. They can produce a vast amount of heat. Well, this one doesn't seem to be producing any heat at all. And there's actually something up there. I don't know if we can actually... Oh, nothing. There's nothing in it. Yeah. I don't actually seem to be overheating, actually, for some reason. I don't know if that's the armor, but what you do is if I put in, oh, we've only got that there, and you can see it. What it does is it quite literally turns everything into thing. But I'm going to turn it off because what I want to do is actually scout around it. And if you actually switch it off, you can actually move. It's a tip somebody gave me when I was managing to fry myself in another video. And what you can do is actually, oh, we got some food here. Quite often in here you actually get these EVA boost. That'd be quite good. I'm gonna need that. I don't know if I can. Oh, what we got here? Radiation boost. And I don't know if I get the top one. I think that's the top one, isn't it? Or was that one? Okay. I don't know if I can. Oops. Yep. And we get a mobility boost for that one. Okay. And I think that's about everything in here. That's a console decor. I think we've got everything we need in here. So you can see if you want to set yourself up in a base, what you do is if you do get overheated, just take a shower. It also reduces radiation. It's not a bad hole. I've got a lot of medium-sized armor, which I'm not sure which I'm actually going to do. Yeah, we haven't got any cash to put in the auto teller yet. Excuse me, please, sir. Okay, we're out here now, guys. Looks like it's getting a bit dark. Okay. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I've actually got any. Now I'm just to show you guys. If we come in here and we look at here, we've got sniper rounds. We need copper. We need nitrocellulose. Stone dust. No, I haven't got anything to make some sniper ammunition, which is a bit unfortunate. But it goes to show that you can use this to make it. If I'd had the necessary, resources. I mean, I probably could go and get out of the ship, but I can't see any point because what I want to do next is go over here. Anything, just have a quick check if anything we can offload. What I'm going to do is put these, I'm going to keep the VA boost, but the other ones I'm going to keep in here for the moment, guys. Hello, wait. Stop walking over my ship. And I think what I am going to do is, well, I know you can just do there, just going to give myself a bit of ammunition. Of course we're going to power up, because if I back out of here, guys, there should be some residences around here as well, because we got the admin over here. And again, as like I say, guys, is don't assume automatically that just because the admin is a neutral building that it's safe, because that can be quite a big mistake sometimes. But what the admin can be very useful if you get access, I mean this is an incredible map actually, guys, is that if you can actually get into TS admin, is the fact in here there's a medical center, and well, I think we'll just show it to you guys if I can find the entrance. Where's the entrance? Actually, well, this has actually got a docking bay. Wow. Okay. Will it open for me? Yes, it will. Wow. Okay, guys. Okay, we're just gonna say hello to the admin. I'm assuming there'll be a door through here somewhere. Yes. So yeah, so if you get into admin here, you can obviously trade here, and this is where you can actually trade stuff. I mean, if we had the cash, you could actually trade stuff through here. And of course what you've also got here, which is really useful, is you've got a clone chamber. You've also got a medical station, which means you can actually heal up, which is the main reason why I've just come in here to show you guys. I say there's lots of various things that you can actually look round. Oh, it looks like there's another loading bay on this side. Okay, I'm going to need to remember that so I know which one it is. And say you can, oops, and you can go through here, and there is an opportunity to loot stuff, but generally there isn't that much that you can in here. No, it's not going to let me. Okay. But the main purpose for TS admin is literally to do trading and other various bits and pieces, guys. And I've now got to try and find my ship. Now, where on earth is it? Okay. I'm going to try and find my ship, guys, whatever I left it. Here we are, guys. Here's my ship. A very terrible bit of parking. And we're just going to power up. And just to round this part off, guys, we should be able to turn around in here. I'm going to go to the residences, and we're just going to check the residences out. Come on, out. And we've got a slime. We may be able to kill some. I just need to find the residences. So let's just put a marker on approach. Of course, it's night now, so we're going to have to be very careful. Okay, there's the residences over there, guys. So we're just going to come on, get above the terrain, please. Okay, we're up to 3 meters. What I'm going to do is just fly in here, guys. And we can drop down a little bit so that we can actually effectively get level with the walkway. I'm just going to get back to first person. Come on. Because if I don't move my hand, okay, we're out now, and we should be able to. And of course, I've jumped straight over the top. Okay, on the walkway, and in here we get some cheese. I mean, residences you get mainly food and medicine, The bandages are going to be very, very useful. So you're going to have those. I'm going to put the sniper rifle on my hotbar. And the other thing you want to do is, if you can see a bed or something, guys, just to see whether they got a bedside cabinet. No. And this guy's reading in the dark. Then again, I suppose if you've got an alien suit on, you've got your effectively got your own nightlight. And got a cookie. And I'm just going to come in here. And we've got some more bandages, thank you. That's going to be very, very useful. It's not a bad haul, guys. This is what I was talking about, guys. Is got a small table, and we've got a jetpack boost. That could be useful. Don't think there's anything else in here. I'm just going to... Hello. And of course we're getting a bit of flare from the lights. And just gonna come around here. I'm just gonna visit here, guys. But you can see this is a very, very good map. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is just gonna eat that. Give me just keep the food going. It goes to show this is an ideal map. Actually, if any of you guys want to practice starting on a base and not building your own base or working with the initial point of interest, this is a very, very good map to actually do it on, simply because you've got these key bases so close together, which make a big difference. I'm just gonna and oh, I like that health kits. I'm always getting myself shot up, so there's no other bed here, is there? No bedside table. And we're just gonna see what we can get in here. Got some motors, they'd be useful in their own way, and more motors. Obviously, they think I've got, and of course the ubiquitous multi-tool. And we'll just come over here and do these first. And we've got some wood, and I think that's safety more. Okay, just get a bit closer. And we've got some more multi-tool. I think. And we've got some more power, that's useful. And we can just go up into here. And again, here you've got an O2 station, see? So you don't need to create your own oxygen from the very beginning, because even if you use a bit of oxygen swimming underwater, you can still refuel here. But of course that's no good when you actually want to put oxygen in your capital ship, which is another reason why you need the oxygen generator. You've also in here you've got an armor locker, and if I'd actually had my medium armor, I could use the armor locker to actually change my armor. To be honest, I don't rush to upgrade the armor, because you actually move slower, so there are penalties. Yes, you get more improved kind of abilities, but at the same time there are some negatives in having the armor, and for some reason I can't get past the tree. Okay, maybe we have to get this side. Obviously that tree's got a box or something on it that's stopping me from. Okay, and I'm just gonna jump in the ship. And what we're going to do now, guys, is I'm aware of the time that it's gone on a lot longer than I should have. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go back towards the base, unload this stuff. We don't need to kill any more of those creatures. We got plenty of meat in the last part. I mean, obviously killing creatures gives you lots and lots of XP. It's something you actually need to think about, guys, but we'll talk a bit more about that in the next part, where we're going to do a bit of harvesting. I mean, if you really want to be kind of, nah, we're not going to do it, guys. We're going to be friendly. As I say, I'm going to talk about the whys and wherefores of kind of how you can do it. We're going to be, for any of you guys who've got a little bit of experience, if I say the word harvester, I think you might know where I'm coming from. So we're probably going to just fly there. looking, kind of half looking for a spider actually, so that we can complete that, or a slime. Sometimes the slimes kind of just pop up out of nowhere. No, the slimes are normally found along the coastline, so maybe we will. And of course, the other thing you can do, guys, this is very, very antisocial. Should really do this, but it's a very good source of XP. You can see we're getting 1500 XP for killing them. What I suggest is that if you want to do this, do it from the ship. Don't actually try and do it on the ground, because they will overrun you unless you've got very, very powerful weapons. But what these guys are, they can be a very, very good source of, well, seaweed and various other bits and pieces. And let's see if we can get in on them. Besides being XP, and you see you get bandages, you also get sprouts from them. And I know it's anti-social, but it's a tough world. So, and of course there's the plant monster there, but we're not going to bother them. I mean, if I can see a slime creature there, got a lot of wildlife running around, just have a quick look for a slime creature. No, okay guys. And we're just going to fly back to the base. I'm just going to have to get a bit of height so we can actually slide onto our base like that. Whoops. So you can see it's when you impact things that you actually get it. So we're just going to land here. We'll just power off to it the quick way. Back to first person. I'm just going to jump out, guys. And that was pretty successful all round actually. And what I'm just going to do is just go into here, and just to show you guys, what I'm going to do is we're going to make like copper ingots. Let's do about 5 of those for the sniper rifle, just to show you guys. Come out here and we equip the sniper rifle. Of course, what the advantage with the sniper rifle is you've actually got telescopic sights, which you get by pressing the right mouse key. Sorry about that. And I think what we can do now is we can just put this stuff in. The aloe vera we need to put in the fridge. We've got some seaweed snacks. Wheat's perishable, so we better put that in the fridge. And again, aloe vera, that can go in. The bandages are good. Like, we could probably just put that around that way. Probably just, I think we'll just eat that. Might as well. And I think what we will do is we're just, while I'm thinking about it, guys, we're just going to drop that in. Oops, nope. Drop it in there, and we're just going to go. The trick, guys, is if you want 8 and you just don't want to do it, if you press shift and do 10, what will happen is it will do 8 and then stop. But I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Actually, let's just see if we can. Right, we've got some ammunition. Just for quick demonstration, guys, just to finish this part. I know I'm dragging it out a little bit. And there we are. There's a plant monster coming this way. And that gives you an idea of the knockdown effect that you can get with the sniper rifle. It's very useful, not just only for actually dealing with the knockdown effect. It's also good at when you're actually spying places out. Look at that, we've got another group of plants. We're going to have to work on a farm, but that's probably going to be a few parts away in the future. But this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will be putting a few modifications on the hover vehicle, and to give you guys a clue, if you've got, as I say, if you've got a bit of experience, the word is harvester. And we're going to do a bit of general exploration, see if we can complete the Huntsman Akua mission. But that's all for the next time, guys. So hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.